guys, welcome back to Dumb Soul Hobbies, and today we are going to be reviewing the Carmen Sandiego 2019 Netflix series. And I say 2019 because I just looked it up in Google to research some of the characters for this video, and apparently Carmen Sandiego has a 1991 to 1996 series. So Carmen Sandiego was apparently originally from the 1990s, which makes sense. What Netflix does a lot of the times is they take old shows and they take a new spin on them, and most of the time make them better. A lot of the times with unanswered quality. Let's put it like that. And I'm going to be talking about that in my video, but that was just something interesting that I found while researching for this video that I did not know. Of course, we are not going to be paying attention to any of that. We are going to be paying attention to Carmen Sandiego, the Netflix series. So, a couple things I really want to talk about this series. Number one, the reason why I watched it was one day I was actually bored. I've been paying for Netflix, and I figured, you know what? I'm paying for Netflix. Nothing's new coming out except this new Carmen show. Why not watch it just so I could get my money worth out of Netflix? So originally, that's why I watched this show, and I was actually very surprised by what the show ended up being. So what this show really is it's basically a spy show. And that's the very best comparison I can give you. And while watching the show, I got very much the exact same vibe I got from watching Kim Possible, originally from Disney. And there's a couple more comparisons that I want to talk about. First off, the intro to Carmen Sandiego, the Netflix series. You know what? Back when I was a little kid, intros were the biggest thing. If a show didn't have a good intro with a good catchy theme song that kind of showed what the show was going to be about, then typically it wasn't a good show. And that's why so many anime back then when I was a kid, that's why they were paired up with American music a lot of the times to get American kids interested. And a lot of the times, if it didn't have a good American track music for us Americans to get into, a lot of the times anime did not make it in the USA. Digimon is a really good example of that. I was never really a fan of Digimon. I always thought of it as a Pokemon knockoff, and that's basically what it is a Pokemon knockoff, but we're not talking about that. We are talking about Carmen Sandiego. The theme song and the intro of this, you know what? If I was thinking back to when I used to watch Kim Possible, I would definitely prefer this over Kim Possible any day of the week. With that said, I really did enjoy Kim Possible when I was a kid. I had a little sister who used to love watching it, and the only reason why I got into watching that, and actually a lot of the reason why I got into a lot of shows, was because I had a little sister, and when we were young, we had to share a TV, so I had to watch her dumb shows or go into the next room, which a lot of the times I just give up and watch her girly shows, and a lot of the times I end up liking them, unfortunately. Carmen Sandiego. So what the show is about, well, Carmen Sandiego. She is a little girl, well, not anymore, but when she was a little girl, she was apparently found by an evil corporation who bent on basically taking over the world and just stealing stuff. And she originally was training to become a villain until one time she got out and she learned the fact that stealing stuff from good people isn't a good idea. It's villainous, and she doesn't want to be a villain. She wants to be a good guy. She wants to be a hero. So what she does instead is not only does she escape from her villainous friends and family, but she becomes a good guy. And of course makes other friends, and I can never remember any of the other guys' friends except for maybe the player, and is that his actual name? I don't believe he gave his actual name. All he is yeah, Carmen Sandiego. Yeah, from what I can tell here, and I'm looking up on Google, I can't figure out what this kid's name is. But he's very, very much. It's completely like Kim Possible, in my opinion. It feels just like Kim Possible. I mean, you got the goofy sidekicks. You got the one sidekick that's always on the computer, behind the scenes, helping Carmen get through her missions, and of course, very much like Kim Possible, was always trying to just be a good guy and disrupt the villain, and having to deal with her own personal life, being a teenager in high school and stuff like that. Carmen Sandiego has to deal with her own life. And she doesn't know where she comes from. Originally, she only knows what's the academy, the evil academy, told her. So it's very, very interesting. And I'm not going to spoil the ending of the show. Don't worry, you're not going to see any big spoilers in this video at all. But who actually found her, and I'm not going to say a who. It's actually a really big reveal. But who actually ended up finding her, and who actually ended up being somewhat of a hero, which I was not expecting at all, was like the biggest surprise to me. That's something that I really like about the show. It feels very much like Kim Possible, but I prefer it. She has some really cool gadgets, and she only steals from the stealers. She stops the robberies. At the same time, she's trying to find clues and connections to her past to find out who she really is. And she confronts a lot of other weird, villainous creatures that she used to grow up with, like this girl named Tigress, this girl with, I don't know, I can't remember any of these girls' name, but there's this one girl that has like paper, can make anything out of paper, like paper shurikens, and just throw them at her. It's really, really surprisingly good. Plus, I like her original code name was apparently Black Sheep, and I actually do like how she got the name Carmen Sandiego. I'm not going to reveal that all because I really want you guys to, of course, go watch the show. But in my opinion, Carmen Sandiego, not only does the song feel like, the intro feel like, makes me feel like when I was watching Kim Possible when I was 10 years old, or watching anything for that matter when I was like 10 years old. Not only does it make me feel like that, but Carmen Sandiego has a very, very interesting story, and I just cannot wait for season 2. I don't know, they left it off on a really good cliffhanger, and I'm expecting a season 2 out of this. I would really, really like a season 2. If there's anything coming from Carmen Sandiego, if there's anything coming from Netflix, it has to be a season 2 of Carmen Sandiego, because I really, really just enjoyed the show. And it feels very much like Kim Possible. I like all of the characters. I just, that's the thing. A lot of the times, shows like this have characters that they don't really address. They're just there. They don't give them much of a backstory, so they just tend to kind of leave them off, and I tend to not even learn their names or care for them. That's a big problem I have with certain shows like this. but I really liked the agent guy that was going after Carmen Sandiego, and of course I really like his partner. I can't remember her name, but they're really interesting. I really enjoyed him as well. I think this is a great show, and I cannot wait to find out more. I cannot wait to see more. Let me know in the comments down below. Did you guys watch Carmen Sandiego? What are your thoughts about it? And that is about it for this video. And I would love to play Carmen Sandiego's song in this video. I really would. But knowing with my luck, I will probably get copyrighted, so I'm not able to. But let me know down in the comments below. Have you seen it? And now that you've seen this video, are you going to watch it? I really did enjoy it. I would probably give it an 8 out of 10. It has very interesting visuals. I really liked the way it looks and everything. But it does have some animation issues, as does a lot of Netflix TV shows. I really liked the art style, the visuals, the art style is what I mean. I really liked the art style, but it does have some animation issues that hopefully will get fixed in Season 2, but I don't expect it because Netflix isn't really good with the animation anyway. But that would probably be the only thing I didn't like about was it had some animation issues, and of course some of the characters, they don't give much of a story to, so I don't really find them interesting, which is fine. For a first season, it's supposed to focus on Carmen Sandiego alone, and that's what it focused on, Carmen Sandiego. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'm out, and I'm going to go sing Carmen Sandiego a million times in my head. I really wish I could play the music in this video. I can't. I'm going to get copyrighted if I do. Carmen Sandiego.